Okay, our next poetess. I used to hate that when people say, "Are you a poetess?" Cowboy poet coming up here is Susie Knight. She's been a professional clown, and I don't know if she's ever outgrown that yet. She teaches writing lessons, and guess what? She may not have told everybody, but if you were on Facebook, you heard it. She was just announced as the 2014 Academy of Western Artists Female Poet of the Year. Susie Knight.
So much fun to be back. Thank you for having me back, Cochise, Cowboy Poetry and Music Gathering. It's my pleasure to be here. I thought I'd do something that I can't do everywhere. It's a poem I wrote, but it is kind of appropriate for this setting. It's a little bit on the dramatic side, so bear with me. This one's called When Riders Come to Call. They come a horseback often, these men from far away. Weary, worn and ragged, they visit, but don't stay. Their clothing reeks from sweatin', and their skins all scaled with grime. Their hats hide greasy foreheads, ain't bathed in quite some time. They're followed by an odor can make my eyes to ball. I brace myself so not to retch when riders come to call. I never see their faces. I won't look them in the eye because I'm the kind of woman that men won't dignify. Before you go to judging, before you shake your head, I used to be a good girl, but my ma and pa are dead. The wagon that we borrowed to move us west last year, the engines overtook us. I'd never known such fear. They screeched with vicious voices and galloped into view. Pa shoved me off the wagon, then hollered, "I love you." He whipped our team of geldings, and they tried their best to run. But there, upon the prairie, I watched my father's gun be jerked away in struggle, and then pointed at his head. I saw the blaze, then heard the blast that killed my father, dead. My mother started screaming. They chased her till she fell. I closed my eyes in horror as they ruined her through hell. She finally stopped moving. They laughed and kicked her head. They stole our borrowed wagon. I prayed I'd too be dead. Alive, yet left with nothing. No family, no home. An orphan on the prairie, I forced myself to roam. 3 days walking blindly, I found this one-horse town. Miss Lily reached her hand to help me up when I was down. She bathed my battered body and combed my matted hair. She taught me how to pinch my cheeks. Fine dresses now I wear. She taught me how to smile, though my heart was broken too. She taught me what the men would like all women folk to do. Now I welcome all those riders that come from far away. I bathe them, and I shave them, and I laugh along and say that I think they're oh so handsome, and have muscles very strong, all the while smiling, making melodies and song. They say I'm quite a beauty, and they promise me their love. They say I'm just the gal that they have long been dreaming of, but they never buy me flowers, and I never get a ring. They ride away, forgetting that they promised anything. Still, I pray one day I'd leave this place to live a godly life if just one man would fancy me enough to be his wife. But I'll do just as required. I'm the favorite dove of all, but their faces blur in shadows when those riders come to call.
Susie Knight, ladies and gentlemen. Susie.